Okay, I finally got the water buckets needed to complete the task. Let's turn on the dispensers. And now we can turn off the water dispensers. If you'd like to know more about what I did, then stick around. Greetings, this is Ginthian on Skycade, and I am on the Egyptian Skyblock server. Today, I would like to start a new project as well as finish some old projects. More specifically, I would like to build a house that is mine on the island. And I'd like to finish the mob spawner. So here is the location where I want to build the house, and this is the spot where I want to build the house. So the first thing I have to do is build the island out into that area so that the island is big enough to hold the new location. So let's start with that. Now, as fate would have it, I've already run into some technical difficulties, and the filming I did of me starting my house was lost. So what we're going to do is pick up with the next available update. Okay, I am back, and what I am doing now is building my floor in a diagonal fashion, because this way I can just keep going right across and it goes pretty simply. Almost like I'm going in straight lines. But like I said, it's building along the diagonal, so it's a little trickier. But so far, this is what I've gotten done. And I will be back in a few moments with another update. Hello, I'm back, and I am just finishing up the floor here. Just a few more blocks. Last one. And now we have the floor for my whole area. Next, I want to work on the mob farm. So let's put this down and move on to that project. The mob farm is a continuation of my attempt to modify a previously existing mob farm. I didn't think the previous version was very efficient. I tried modifying it like so, where you can see I created more space for the mobs to spawn. And by more space, I mean more blocks the mobs can spawn on. And in this case, the trapdoors were put in place to create openings that mobs can then step through to fall into the water. And what happened was they just stood there and never fell off into the water. It wasn't very efficient either. So that brings me to my current rendition, which is to build it with water dispensers that can be turned on and off. For that to work, we need water buckets to be placed into the dispensers, which we can then use redstone to turn on and off. That brings me to where we are now. I need to get the water buckets, and by that I mean go to the shop and buy them. So here we are at the shop. This figure represents the shop. You click on them, it'll bring up the interface that allows you to buy things. And we're going to go to, I know there's buckets in a couple different places, but I'm going to go there. I keep clicking here to buy the buckets. And there we have it. We can't even see the shop anymore. Okay, let's go back. and teleport home. P-warp Ginthians. And we're back, and I am going to place the last water bucket that I have. So that leaves, if I mark this there, that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 more water buckets, and all of this is full, not counting the ones up top. Okay, I'm back for another update, and I have finished putting the water buckets into all of the dispensers. And now I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago, which is I'm going to set my P-warp to this location. Delete Ginthians. P-warp deleted. P-warp set Ginthians. P-warp set. So now I can, if I go down inside, I don't have to teleport all the way back to the bottom and then walk up all the stairs. I can just teleport back up to here. And I'm back for another update, and I have finished putting redstone all the way around the outside of the mob spawner. Let's look at the basics of redstone. Redstone in Minecraft is an ore, as you can see here, and when you mine it, you get a redstone dust. That's what the redstone dust looks like. If you then place it like placing a block, you get a redstone dust line. By combining redstone dust back into a block, you get a useful block that we call a redstone block. It can be used as a power source for redstone. Using a redstone power source, and there's more than one, along with the redstone dust, you can build circuits that allow you to build in logic behind the functionality of whatever it is you are building. Redstone dust glows when powered. If we get rid of this redstone block and we replace it with another item that can serve as a power source, for example, a redstone lever, we can use it to power the redstone line. Turn it on and it's on. Turn it off, power's gone. Which brings us to the next question of how far does this power travel? That piston is 14 blocks from the lever. That piston is 15 blocks from the lever. That piston is 16 blocks from the lever, and you can see it does not get powered. But if we add a repeater to the circuit, and here's a close-up of the repeater, then it does get powered. Back at the mob farm, what we have is dispensers with water buckets. And if you put a redstone current into a dispenser with a water bucket, it dispenses water. And we can use that to turn on all of the dispensers simultaneously. What we've done, and I don't have fly, so I can fall off this, but what we have here is more or less all the way around. It goes like so, with 2 tracks of redstone. So what I'm going to do is put the lever, which is in my inventory, right here, and then I'm going to add it into the redstone. So it's going to provide a circuit, and I can figure out where to put the repeaters so that I get a nice, pretty, full strength current. And I can still have everything be in a symmetrical pattern, because that's important to me. So let's see how this is going to work. One right there, and it's dead. The current is dead, so it doesn't make it that far. Hello, I'm back, and I figured it out. The center of this mob spawner, mob farm, is a 2x2, which we know that because the hole in the middle is a 2x2. So I have gone around and added the stairs and marked it with 2 redstone torches all the way around on all 4 spots. Then if you go up here and look down, I've marked it here so you can see it from down here. 2 redstone torches. So our signal is going to start here, and the whole purpose of this is to do it in a symmetrical fashion because that's just the way I want to do it. No other good reason. Well, that's not completely true because distance matters, but if you add 2 repeaters right here at this location, those 2 repeaters will increase the signal, and I realize it should only require 1. But since the center of this build is 2 blocks wide, I want 2 repeaters at that location. If we number these blocks, you can see here that the signal now only has to travel less than 10 blocks before it reaches another repeater. If we then repeat this on the other side, the same thing holds. So we have successfully powered the outer ring. Now, you may question why this needs to be so complicated, and there's probably other ways that are less complicated. This is just the way I wanted to build it so that I could keep track of what was going on and so that it would work. So let me try to explain why we want 2 rings. We have the outer ring of redstone dust, which we have powered. Then we have an inner ring of redstone dust, which is right up against the back end of each of the water dispensers, which is represented here. Now the outer line is fully powered and has repeaters to make sure that it is powered all the way around. The inner line must not have repeaters within it because the redstone has to be right up against the back of the dispenser. However, if we add 2 repeaters that go from the outer line to the inner line in 2 locations like you see here, then that would power the inner line. If we then repeated that on all 4 sides, as shown here, we end up with the inner line being completely powered 100%, and that would make our farm look as follows. Which brings us back to the demonstration you saw at the beginning of this video. It works. Let's turn on the dispensers. Take a quick look inside. And now we can turn off the water dispensers. And the water shuts off. And there you have it. We're out of time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ginthian on the Skycade server. If you did, please hit the like button, and thank you for your support. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.